Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this channel. So obviously, I have seen, most likely you have seen, the drop of July 18th of Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 1. So before there is a little bit of spoilers in this video, I will recommend you to watch all 5 episodes right now and come back to this video. But let's get started to the review, baby. Alright, so episode 1, let's say that after all this time, we know that this is the last season, which is getting confirmed because Daniel LaRusso said this is his last swan song, meaning after this entire Sekai Taikai is going to be absolutely finished. And not only that, that in this first episode, in the first 6 minutes of the episode, Mitch, aka Penis Breast, comes in and pretty much he apologized for what he did back in season 5 when he betrayed him. Miguel and Robbie's having been friends again. Mitch and Chris are friends again, and Anthony and Kenny kind of respect each other in a way that we're not friends. This episode just shows that Chosen has been living at the LaRusso house for over 3 months, even though he was only going to be there for a week from last season. Everyone is training as a Miyagi-Do, but Johnny is as his eagle vein. He wants to merge the names together. Hulk and Dimitri, sort of a good idea to name it Miyagi Vein Karate. Obviously Daniel didn't like it because that's disrespecting Miyagi's name. And while that's going on, we see that there's students in Korea training karate with the man and only John Kreese. So he is there with the girl from the main villain from season 5. Johnny and Chosen said, we'll fight, the winner can choose the name, but Daniel tries to talk Johnny out of it and Chosen. And while that's going on, we officially get Tori and Sam on a double date with Miguel and Robbie, which, let's be honest, it's a bit awkward because not only that they don't like each other, well, they do like each other, they're friends-ish. It's just awkward with all the history. But they also see Kenny and later on his older brother Sean. So if you don't remember him, he was from last season who was in Juvie with Robbie. But let's move on from them. At the batting cage, like in the trailer, we see Robbie and Miguel fighting Sean, and basically our fight breaks up as security comes in. But Sean later on tells Kenny, you gotta stop being angry, you gotta stop being and accept you should give Robbie another shot at least one more time. At the very end, we see Kenny slowly joining Miyagi-Do, fist bumping Miguel, and Robbie giving a nod to Anthony, saying, well, yeah, all good. But let's go back to the fight with Johnny and Chosen. Guess who wins? No one, because Chosen agreed with Daniel that we should let Johnny win, but Johnny says he doesn't want to fight him because Eagle Fane is just another version of Cobra Kai and he doesn't want to be a part of anything to do with John Kreese. So Eagle Fane is officially no more and everyone is Miyagi-Do. Let's start with episode 2, where it opens up pretty much everyone at a college campus because they have finished high school and looking to go to a college. There's Miguel, Sam, Hawk, and Dimitri. They're all looking at him, but Dimitri wants to go to MIT, and pretty much Miguel doesn't know what to do because he is so focused on the Sekai Taikai. Because early on, we found out before they went to the college, Johnny and the mum has no money for Miguel to go to college, so Johnny is very hopeful that he will win the tag title, but there will also be sponsorships. So pretty much while he's thinking about all that's going on, we finally get a blast from the past with Kyler. Kyler and Brox, the guy who Hulk douche bashed him in. He is all happy, smiley, and forgiven. Also, Kyler is all happy because he is in college, and this is all going to be the main episode. It's a college type of episode, because while we follow them to a college party, and while that's all going on, Kyler's told in big game that, oh, it's great, we talk to lots of girls, there's parties, but we find out later on that his nickname is Shit Breath, aka his nickname worse than Penis Breath, because he is doing a pledge for the college house, which we don't even know the house name because they never said it. But furthermore, he's getting embarrassed and has to make the punch alcohol juice. He has to eat rubbish off the floor with his mouth. But Miguel steps up because you know him. He is Mr. Hopeful, and he says you got to tell him that you're not actually here to get him in the sorority, except just to annoy him and make him look like a fool. Which Kyler happily, good remark of putting the drink over the college guy's head. A whole fight breaks out where Brock tackles the guy, and Kyler and Miguel team up on the main guy, and the other college guys attack Hawk and Dimitri, and a big fight breaks out, and guess who wins? The karate, bruv. And you know what? It was good because Brock not only got his redemption, he got the final moment where he put the guy through a table like it's WWE. And to be honest, that's when we see in the trailer where everyone celebrates. That's this, because everyone celebrated seeing Brock put him through that table. After the fight, Miguel and Kyler go somewhere to eat and talk heart to heart, where Kyler apologized to him for being a dick because he was having so much pressure of being the greatest guy in high school, he forgot how to be his real self. Which, let's be honest, his dad is not happy because he went to a safety school and not the dad's dream school for the son. But while that's going on, he gets approached by college guys and says, we want you in the sorority because you took out the dickheads of the college campus out. So, that's their story down. Also, while this is going on, Johnny is looking for a house because the house doors are leaking and it pretty much is unlivable with Robbie, Miguel, Carmen, the grandma, and the new kid that is unborn. So he's there looking for the house. Was chosen, but he also meets a guy who is a realtor who's kind of a dick and pretty much judges him. Says, no, you cannot afford this house. Before Johnny, he has his fist ready to, angrily ready to hit him, but he lets go, and because he's in Miyagi-Do, he's finding the balance with peace and aggression. So obviously, he is turning into a good guy and more than a Cobra Kai. Also, because of Johnny needing money, he's working with Daniel LaRusso. Even though he wasn't working there, he sold a lady a car, which she was very happy with, and said that she would bring her entire family to this dealership. And Daniel and Amanda were very, very happy. And now Daniel and Johnny are working at the LaRusso car dealership, and she got the bonsai because she got the sale. Episode 3 is out, and we have opening everybody at Daniel LaRusso's house because they are getting ready for a gender reveal. But they hear the doorbell ring, and there is an empty box. Well, not really empty, because the box is ticking. Obviously, they thought it was John Kreese getting back at him, but when the thing blew up, they found out, they realized it wasn't John Kreese, it was Amanda. Because Johnny walks out with a bit of pink on his shirt, but Daniel has pink all over his body and face, meaning Johnny Lawrence is finally becoming a girl dad. And he, throughout this episode, he says that girls are easy. And I'm not gonna lie, it was very funny because this whole thing was based on Johnny Lawrence giving motivation to Devon because they want her to pretty much succeed. It was the whole premise of the episode. Johnny and Devon invite Tori and Sam to Devon's house to have a slumber party because Johnny's there because he is going to be a girl dad, so that is technically why he's there. And of the premise of the thing is because Sam and Tori are becoming best friends and not actually fighting each other, but actually putting all the 100% in like they did when they were enemies. So, to start drama, Johnny Lawrence stole Robbie and Miguel's phone and pretty much calls Sam on Robbie's phone, texts Tori on Miguel's phone, and those two found out, but they leave because they don't want to put up with all the stuff. They realize at the driveway that even though they're friends, they should fight because after all this going on at night, they are going to fight, and they weren't holding back. They were doing good practice, but they find out with a video that the Sake Taikai is going to be in Barcelona, Spain. And not only that, the big shock of the twist of this episode is that only 6 people will be representing the dojo. So meaning there will be a male captain and a female captain. So 3 guys and 3 girls. And while everyone doesn't know who's going to be in it, we're going to find out in episode 4 soon. Episode 4 has begun. We are seeing everybody training. We see Hulk's hair from blue to the American flag, which is pretty much the premise of his new changing hair gimmick each season. So even though that's going on, everyone is talking about who's going to be in, because Hulk is giving advice to Dimitri to not give up, even though Dimitri is more focused on to go to the MIT than the Sake Taikai. Anthony and Devon talking, and pretty much they're saying we both have a little shot, but realistically they are not losing too much hope because they want to go in. Kenny says let the best man win, and hopefully the past doesn't come up. So does with Miguel and Robbie, because they will be fighting later on in the episode. While this is going on, Johnny and Daniel at a car dealership are discussing who 6 they want to be in, because Johnny wants Miguel and Devon mostly, and Daniel wants Sam and Anthony to be in it, but they cannot be biased. So Daniel has the idea to bring in the old friend back as Mike Barn comes in to put all of them to the test and going to choose the main 6 from a bunch of events. The first round is speed, where they have to catch a chicken because it's showed in a little montage. The second one is strength, where they have to hold a block and be on a wall. But after all that's going on, Mike chooses Hawk, Robbie, Miguel, Sam, Tori, Muscles. Who's Muscles? Everyone's looking around. Who is he talking about? Mike Barnes is talking about Mike, aka Penis Press, meaning he has a new nickname of the season. And then we see Kenny, Nate, and Chris, as there's only 3 more spots left. Anthony, Dimitri, and Devon get the last 3. So meaning they're all 12 are going to the second round, but half will be cut, and only 6 of them will go to the Sake Taikai. Devon pulls Johnny aside, saying, I don't want to disappoint you, because you have showed me the way of karate. But Johnny gives advice, say, keep trying, go hard, never give up, and obviously keep focused. We finally see the past, back in the show. Yasmin, first appearance of this season, says, where is my boyfriend? Which Nate awkwardly points inside. And while Yasmin goes across, she tells Anthony, I like your karate pajamas, which obviously Anthony was like, which was very weird. While Dimitri was ready to go on a date with Yasmin, Yasmin said, "Aren't you supposed to be training?" And Dimitri is like, "I would rather go on a date with you, focus on MIT." And while that's going on, Yasmin was like, "I don't want to date a loser." Dimitri says, "Are we breaking up?" She says, "No, you got to believe in yourself like I believe in you. So go out there, beat everyone up, and go to Sakai Taikai." And then they kiss, which is lucky for Dimitri because she is fit. Also, we also see that Mitch is putting laxatives in his bottle, which I thought it would be like a give it to someone else, but it's actually for himself because he says that gives it more focus in. Round 2 is it's a 12-person capture the flag where all of them have flags on each other, and whoever gets the most flags goes to Spain in a karate battle royal. Devon goes for Sam first, but loses the flag as Kenny, with his speed, runs across the pond, showing the speed, and tries to go for Anthony. While Miguel and Hawk see each other, and Robbie comes up, all three attack each other, but Hawk loses 2 flags straight away. While that's going on, we see Anthony and Nate. While Nate is eliminated, we see Dimitri eliminating Chris, and then we see Kenny versus Anthony, and they have a whole good little battle going on, and then Kenny wins while accidentally hitting Anthony so hard in the nose that he falls down and bleeds. So that while that's going on, that's done. The 4 that officially have made it is Tori, Robbie, Sam, Miguel, Shock. But Hawk, Dimitri, Kenny, and Devon are tied for the last 2 spots. So they have a plan to pick. He has to decide who's going to be picked. And while this is going on late at night, Johnny goes to Mike. He says that even though I was pushing you to watch Devon going on, he says, Mike was like, "You're not here to apologize, are you?" Meaning that he already knows his bullshit. Johnny says, "Where's Devon in placement?" Apparently, she's dead last. So they have a face-off and have a fight. While they're going to have a little fight, and let's cut all this down, Johnny puts Mike through a table and helps him up and says, "Just give her a shot. Check again." Mike invited everyone to the creek because his last challenge is for the last 4 of Kenny, Dimitri, Hawk, and Devon. So all of them have an opportunity to win. It's pretty much there's 2 flags and you bring the flag back. That's all you have to do. All of them run. With super speed of Hawk and Kenny up front. While Hawk takes the left, Kenny takes the right. While Devon takes the right, Dimitri takes the left. While that's all going on, we see Devon catching up to Kenny, and Kenny looking like he's going to shit himself because he was drinking water, which apparently had the laxatives in his bottle. So he runs back to the toilet and shits himself in front of everyone. While that's going on, Devon comes back with a flag. And while he came out and was embarrassed, Kenny thought it was Anthony who put Mitch's laxatives in the water bottle. While we find out literally 10 seconds later that Devon had the laxatives in her bag, meaning Devon sabotaged Kenny and Anthony didn't, which he'll get the blame for later on. While this is going on, we have Hawk and Dimitri find a flag. They have a little rumble. While Dimitri has Hawk in an armbar, he's saying, "You don't know how it feels now, do you?" Because while this is going on, Hawk did tell Dimitri that he did not apply for MIT, meaning before going in, Dimitri and Hawk had a little bit of beef. Because Hawk said you're MIT controlling freak and annoying, and Dimitri called him a moron for not applying. So while this is fighting, it was going to be friends and have a friendly match, now turn into a little bit of enemies and having an aggressive match. But Hawk didn't want to turn into his villain self. So he, instead of, while he kicked him down, he did help him up. But Dimitri kicked Hawk, landing Hawk on the rock and fall down. Dimitri got the flag, and now he is going to Spain. So we have the final six: Miguel, Sam, Robbie, Tori, Dimitri, Devon going to Spain representing Miyagi-Do. Episode 5, aka the final episode of part 1 of season 6. We open up with Tori at the doctor's telling the doctor, does my mum really need meds? Because she said that she's feeling better. On her way back out in the parking lot, we finally see that Kreese is in America. And we're going to see that Tori and Kreese are talking to each other, and Kreese realizes that Tori is with Miyagi-Do and gave up Cobra Kai, thinking that it's a betrayal. He does a slight comment saying, "You'll always be second best to the LaRusso kids." While that's going on, we cut to everyone in the backyard training. Dimitri says that he got into MIT, looks at Hawk and says, "This is what happens if you applied," which Dimitri is still angry at Hawk like a little child because he doesn't get his way. While that's going on, Tori and Robbie are training, and Tori tells Robbie that she has seen Kreese, but don't tell anyone because they don't want her to think she's associated with Kreese. So Robbie says that I will keep your secret, and we should stick together through the tournament to be on the podium after the tournament, and that he will have her back anytime. Just give him a call. While Daniel and Johnny picks the captains to fight each other, so we got, for the male, we got Sam and Miguel. We got Miguel and Robbie, and then Sam and Tori. So to make it fair, that Daniel is going to be the ref for the guys, and Johnny is going to be the ref for the girls. So we see them all getting in shape because we're doing Johnny's little tactic where he gets little beers and they have to dodge, and Daniel is worried because he's saying that he is turning into his old self, being the egotistical bollocks. But realistically, Daniel just wants full control because this is his last swan song in karate. While Tori is making dinner in her hotel, we see that the mum has passed out, which Tori runs and finds that she is officially dead. But we also see that the mum is passed out with a fist in her hand, and it does a little close up, meaning was she died because of the medicine or was she murdered? She is slowly put on dramatic music because it's slowly turning her into a bad guy again. While that's going on, we see Miguel and Robbie fighting. Miguel gets the first 2 points, and while Robbie is down, he sees Tori coming to the backyard, giving him more motivation to defeat Miguel. While they tied up, and in the last hit, Robbie gets. So Miguel says no hard feelings. Robbie says we're always team. So the male captain is Robbie. Sam and Tori up next, and Sam gets the first point and Tori gets the second point, but it looks like it was more aggression attack, and it was like a shouldn't count, but they count anyway because it's 1-1. We see Tori getting angrier and angrier each time, each round, and we finally get a call. Daniel gets a call, realizing what happened, and stops the fight mid-match. Tori says, what's going on? And Johnny is asking the same thing because he is the ref and Daniel's not telling him. And then Tori officially tells everyone, while yelling to everyone, that her mother's died. Well, that's all shocking. And Robbie looks shocked, like, why didn't you tell me? And Johnny's upset because Daniel stopped it. We finally see Tori snap and walking away and says, I am done. So Sam is now the female captain. But while that's going on, inside we see Johnny and Daniel hits Johnny because Johnny says that Mr. Miyagi was a liar and was a thief, which we'll find out, I think, a lot more in part 2, because they found a box and all his past and stuff, which Amanda told him earlier in the episode. While Daniel hit Johnny and Johnny didn't hit back, he said he is done after this tournament because he's doing it for the kids. after this, he is done with him. He's done with Miyagi-Do, meaning these two are officially, they don't even know it yet, but they're both also backing out. So with Tori's absence, the replacement is Hawk, and we are officially got the main six for Spain. So we got Miguel, Robbie, Hawk, Dimitri, Sam, and Devon. While this is going on, and Daniel and Johnny give a headband for the Sake Takai for the captains, Daniel realizes in the box he found the same thing, that Mr. Miyagi was in the Sake Takai, but there was like dry blood on it, so he is a little bit worried, but cuts him to go to Spain. And while they're going downstairs, proud to be Miyagi-Do, proud to represent everybody else, we see Cobra Kai coming back up and doing across the mat a face-to-face. And we see that everyone is seeing that Kreese is there, but not only that, there's an empty spot. And then we see someone walking, and then it seemed to be Tori, and guess what? It is. So Tori is now Cobra Kai. That Robbie, Miguel, and Sam, Johnny, and Daniel are all shocked that she turned to the dark side. So this is the end of Season 6 Part 1. So hopefully we'll wait to November. Originally it was November 28th, but now it's November 15th because everyone likes Part 1 so much that they put 2 weeks ahead of schedule. So thank you for them. Thank you Netflix, thank you Cobra Kai, thank you the directors for that. But the question is, where is Moon? So hopefully we get those answers in Part 2. So I'll see you in November. Peace.